Good evening, it's Sue here from Mondo in Spain, and I'd like to welcome you to the webinar. And we've got lots of great information for you today, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. And it's going to be a fun evening. What I'd like you to do, if you can see and hear me, is to just type in the bar at the side that you can, and then we can get going. Just waiting for people to start logging on. And Giuseppe's here, Judith, Tom, hi to you all. Just let me know that you can hear by just typing yes into the chat bar at the right hand side, if you would. Please someone type something. Okay, just waiting for a few more people to log on before we start. Hi Lorraine, thank you for joining us. Just waiting for a few more people. Hope you've had a good day. We had such a great weekend in Lisbon, and it's really wanting to impart the information that we had there, and waiting really to kind of get everything going. So it's been a fun weekend, as I say. Right, I'm Sue. I'm going to take you through a few slides. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to be joined shortly with Marie, who's joining us also from Spain. And I'm just going to share my screen with you, so bear with me 1 minute. Okay, the webinar tonight is really for Jeunesse distributors, but it's also really wanting to show you what is really available to distributors, because it's a big for, then you need to try and get to one wherever you can. Even if it's a small meeting, it doesn't really matter, because you need to see the slightly bigger picture than you behind your phone screen or your computer screen. And because the opportunity here is absolutely huge. And every event we go to, it just instills more and more confidence and excitement within everyone that goes. And we went, Nigel and with Carolyn and Marie from Spain, and we had such a fab time. And it was great for me to see Marie and Carolyn go to one of these meetings, because they hadn't been to one before. So again, it was thrilling to see their faces and to see the excitement in them as well. So I'm just going to take you through. This is what we're covering. Lisbon. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't quite as nice as that sky. It was tipping with rain from the minute we crossed the border into Portugal, and really didn't stop till we kind of got back into Spain. But never mind, it didn't stop us enjoying ourselves and having a great time. There were around about 1,000 people there, and really just wanted to give you a little bit of a snapshot of the excitement that actually was given, you know, to everyone that was there. And I'm just going to play you a very small ceremony. So as you can see, you can't. It's a shame I couldn't scroll around to the audience, but people were standing up behind me, so it would have been no use. You'd have just seen their tummy buttons, really. But there were around about 1,000 to 1,200 people in the auditorium, and it was electric. So really, just trying to instill a little bit of that excitement with that kind of opening scene, which was quite fun. And we have reached $1 billion+ in turnover, and that's really just the first step of the next staircase for them, because their plans are to go so much more than that, and you can be a part of that as well. Jeunesse, I mean, you can see here kind of opportunities, memories, and dreams. Oh, so many more to make, and I think everyone takes with them, you know, kind of their memories of what's, you know, their first experience at a Discover Jeunesse or a convention, because those are what drive you forward, really. And we have been voted the best business to be part of in the MLM industry, which is fantastic. And so it's really about us redefining youth all over the globe. And we've got a few pictures here. Now, this was quite amusing. The first top left picture, we arrived at the auditorium at 9 o'clock, thinking there'd be a huge queue of people. And Marie and Carolyn were already there because they forgot the time is an hour earlier there. They're on UK time in Portugal, and we didn't realise that either until that was the case. But then obviously you can see from behind us on the right-hand side, the auditorium is now full up. It's absolutely packed. And there's just a few of the team. So it's Dermot and Carolyn and Nigel, and then some of the team, again with our upline, Miguel and Sasha and Barbara. So again, we had a great time. It was great fun, and just can't express just how wonderful it was. The growth. Now we've just reached 1.1 billion. At the end of 2015, just on our, you know, up to our 6th birthday, and what they're planning for the next few years is the exceptional growth factor, you know, kind of going 2 billion, 3 billion, 5 billion. It's going to happen whether we like it or not, whether you're involved or not, it's going to happen. It's just going into huge growth. So, you know, to be part of that is quite exciting in itself. And what's more exciting is when you see that the European sales have literally launched. In fact, you can see if you can see the screen properly, and sorry, it's a poor photograph, but as I was taking in the auditorium, 9.2 million. That was in March. Bless you, Nigel. March 2015. That's when they launched Instantly Ageless, and it's jumped from 9.2 million up to 4.5 million per month in Europe. So again, Europe is expanding at a huge rate, and again, we're all part of that as well. Nigel's having a sneezing fit, so apologies. Okay, we've got some new pin levels. I'd like to congratulate John Hine in East Preston in the UK. He's just qualified as executive, and we did recognise Marie Andrews last week because she's gone Jade, and I'm actually just going to see if Marie is on board now. Bear with me a second. Let me just stop sharing for a moment, and let's see if she's I'm hoping that she's going to be there.
I'm here.
Are you there? Oh, hi, Marie.
Hello. It took me a little bit of time to get on because I couldn't remember my password from my Google account.
Okay, Marie, just tell us a bit about, you know, what experience you've had and why it's made an impact on you.
The event, it's the first event that I've actually attended, and it was brilliant. It blew me away, to be honest. It was more than I expected for one. Jeunesse, an absolute outstanding company. Is obviously now I've actually seen it and experienced it. So I really recommend every one of you to get along to the next event. Try your best to get along, which is obviously in Rome in April. I know my son-in-law is going along to that, which I'm really happy about. And he's really fired up with seeing all the pictures and videos and whatnot. I really wanted to see Dr. William Amslereg, who's an amazing guy. He's 74, but he looks so young and he's so full of life, you know. And he's such a knowledgeable, scientific doctor. He's just unbelievable. And it was lots of fun. That was nice about it as well, because it was so much fun. But I picked up so many tips. I learned so much more about the business by going along. The motivation it gives you a real kick up the backside, basically. And I recommend it to every single one of you. I'd like to sort of share a few things with you guys, so that to tell you what I learned from the experience, and hopefully it will help you up until you get to the next event. And really help you out. So I've just wrote a couple of notes down, so I'm going to help some of you, hopefully. So if you've got a pen and paper ready, maybe you want to take a few notes and get this action moving. So obviously Scott Lewis was he didn't actually make it. He's a Diamond Director, isn't he, Sue?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he came on screen. We had a live broadcast from him. And he mentioned the key faults to the business being timing, credibility, heart, persistence, and focus. And that's exactly what it's all about. So that was really great to hear those words. And we also have to think ourselves really lucky, because, as Sue said, it's been voted as one of the best direct selling companies to be in. So brilliant workplace, and and it's just getting better all the time. I also discovered that Europe, obviously being in Spain and wherever you are in the world, I would imagine most of you are in Europe, but it's actually grown by 581% since opening. So that's huge, and that's obviously getting bigger and bigger all the time. Jeunesse now has new offices in Lisbon as we went along, and did a bit of training there. Didn't waste our time. We made the most of it while we were there. And there's also a new office opening in Kiev. So all the time, hopefully soon, we're going to have one here in Spain, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait for that. There are 18 countries to date that are moving $1 million in sales a year. 18 countries. They're actually
18 a month.
Is it in a month?
1 million a month, in excess of $1 million a month.
Oh, was it? Oh, I wrote that one down wrong. yeah, it's huge, absolutely huge. I was also picked up about setting your goals, because that's really quite important. It's always good to set a goal and focus and work towards that. And you can either do it on a 30, 60 or 90-day sort of span. So the different goals that you can actually set, you can decide upon them, which are either your rank goals, your numbers goal, the promotion incentive goals, which are obviously around at the moment. Sue has explained those before. And your new distributor goals, trying to sign up new distributors, obviously, or your cycles goals as well, which was really quite interesting, and really helped me to sort of understand where I need to be going. Even though I'm doing well with the business, I love the products, I use the products, I believe in the products. They've made me feel so much better, energy-wise, health-wise, and overall appearance-wise as well. So they also spoke about speaking to 5 people daily. Think about that. If you think about 5 people a day that you can actually interact with, and some of you might be running this alongside another job. But it's quite interesting, because one of the guys from the US, Him and his wife were there. They're in it together, and that was really nice about the business. It's nice to see couples doing this business and really working together as teamwork, because it makes it very motivational. I could see that, you know, and they're doing so fantastic, these guys. But he was explaining just really try to speak with 5 people daily. And you can either do that on your phone, sending texts, talking to people that you've been in association with in the past, long time ago. You know, he said people you've bought paint off, or you've been to a chiropractor for massage, or you know, anything like that. Anybody you've actually interacted with before, you know, send them a text, speak to them, tell them that you're launching a new product, and could you know, arrange a meeting, invite them over for dinner, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you know, and you're as long as you're getting those numbers and you're approaching those numbers, you're going to do well in your business, and that is vital. That's the key to this business. So if you can do that, just tell them that you're launching wellness products that reverses the aging process. Tell them they make you be more active and be more fit. The instantly ageless is obviously the one that leads the process. That amazed me when they explained that the instantly ageless took America from 2 million a month to 20 million a month in 9 months. That's just the instantly ageless. That's one product. Now at Europe, they're also saying that they're launching the Nevo energy drinks at the Rome event, which is going to be a really good seller, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, lots of people in this day and age go and drink that, you know, the Red Bull and all that, and it's not good for you. Whereas this is, each can's only 50 calories, and it's full of juices, and it's really good for you. So you'll get energy from the Nevo energy drinks, which will be a great seller. So if you know anyone with, you know, that sell those sort of things in gyms and whatnot, get the Nevo energy drinks in there. Really, you know, that will really do well, as long as, you know, alongside the Zen Body as well, which is a fantastic product. I just wanted to explain to you that I've been suffering for a very, very long time with bad back. And I found out my answers at the event, because all of a sudden I was away for Christmas in Bali with my partner, and when I came back, I still had niggling pain. Mostly I've lived with it on a daily basis for years. I've been taking Finity. I've probably taken about 4 bottles of Finity up to now. I've been having Reserve, and I've also been on the Zen Body, and I've lost lots and lots of inches and weight. I feel great. However, all of a sudden, a few weeks back, after coming back from Bali, the pain has just disappeared, and I've not had it since. It was funny because at the event, I got my answers, because Steve Merritt, who was with his wife, he was explaining that he'd suffered with bad hips and aches and pains in his shoulders. And he told me that he was told by the doctors the 3 products to take to get rid of all the joint pains and things like that. And it was the Finity alongside with the Reserve, and also the Zen Shape. So if any of you are suffering any pain out there, get on those and start believing, and you'll sell and you'll do really well. And thank you, Sue, for a fantastic weekend. It was brilliant. It was so exciting. And I just want to show you what we were waving about. These were what we were given, and we was all waved, all the people. And afterwards we had DJ on the stage, and we was all up there dancing. It was just so much fun. So I really hope you can all do really well, get really motivated, and get out there and really start talking to people. We were also told, just before I finish, to try and send out 100 texts every month. If you do 5 a day, now one of these guys, he actually worked while he was building his business, and his company didn't have a clue. He didn't ask any of his colleagues if they wanted it. He was sending out 5 texts a day, and that's how he built his business, basically from that. And the guy's earning fortunes, and you know, you really saw the people and you saw the insight and you really get to understand the business. So I highly recommend that you get along to these events, because you know, they're brilliant. They really are brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
No, that's fine. I'm finished. So I'm finished. So just like to say hello to everyone. I want you to all do really, really well. I'm sure you will. This is for anyone. Anybody can actually do this. And if you're on here for the first time, please use your upline. Use the people that you need to. And if you've not seen Dr. William Amsalag's videos on YouTube, get on there and watch them. Do your own sort of research and get onto the Zen Project 8 and watch the weight management weekly webinars on that as well. They're all on zenproject8.com. So get on there and really start doing your own research and get on the products and start believing in them, and you'll do really well.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you so much. Can I ask you to mute yourself now, just to turn your microphone off? That would be great. So I'll go back to screen sharing again. And thank you, Marie, so much. It was really nice of you to share that as well. It's really important. And it's until someone actually sees, as I say, they really don't understand how their dreams can actually become a reality. And so we're going to just take you through a little bit now. There's some special promotions going on at the moment. And I did touch on it last week. And it's really, first of all, it's all aimed at going to Rome. This is the next big venue. This is Genessa University. It's it's nearly a 3-day event. There is a huge party and concert on April 15th. That's the Friday the 15th at 7 p.m. So you need to be there by then if you're coming. And then the 16th is a full day of trainings and, you know, kind of people sharing information, etc. And then on the 17th, from 10 till 1, there is a half-day training for distributors as well. But I promise you, it's mind-blowing when you see it for the first time. Now, I've been told that they're anticipating around 10,000 people there. We only had 1,000 in Portugal. Portugal's a tiny country, and you know, Rome, Italy, couldn't be a better place. What a fabulous place to spend a few days. We've just sorted our tickets out today and our flights, etc. You know, I had some really good ones, so I'm really excited about going to that. So let's just take you through the promotion that's on at the moment. It's a January-February promotion. And it's really trying to encourage you to grow your business so that you can actually get bigger bonuses for generating higher PG volume. And that's personal growth volume. So it's really just going through. Now, we've already started. Now, some of this is already expired, if you like. First of all, you can get started as a new distributor or an existing distributor. And the only way to do that is to enroll during the promotion. You need to have purchased a basic package or higher to qualify for that. And then you need to actually do a rank advancement. So if you're a qualified you know, distributor, then that's first time to executive, jade, pearl, or sapphire. And also, my apologies, I've just seen there's a typo in there. It should say January and February. And generating new volume. Oh my word, I missed all these completely. Just take out the November 1st and December 31st and substitute it for January 1st and 29th of February. And if you achieve all those things by, you know, different ranks by 29th of February, you can get cash bonuses available to you. How does it work? Okay, so To rank qualified to J by 29th of February, you need to have advanced and generated 1,200 personal group volume. You'll earn a 250 cash bonus. If you generate 3,500 or just 3,600, you'll actually generate a cash bonus of 500. Now that's really great, but you need to make sure that you do it in a certain way. And if you do up to a qualified Pearl by the 29th, you generate 2,400 personal group volume, you'll earn a 500 cash, and generate 7.2 personal volume, and you'll generate $1,000 cash. And then obviously there's the Sapphire as well. 29th of February is the date you must have reached that rank by, and by that time you must have, you must have generated 3,600 personal group volume to earn a bonus of $1,500 cash, or 10,800 to have earned $3,000 bonus. And as I say, you need to do it in a certain way. It means that you have to make sure that you're enrolled, and you can either have enrolled customers, retail customers, preferred customers between the 1st of January and the 29th. And you must enroll 2 of those during that promotion to remain active in that promotion. You need to make sure that you generated the volume that you are required to have prior to hitting your rank. What happens is, so if you've got to hit 10,000, for instance, as Sapphire, then you need to have qualified with the amount before you hit the rank of Sapphire. So it's almost like holding one person back, but we'll help you and coach you through that if need be. But it's a great way of increasing your volume and your cash bonuses. You also have to remember that there's a 30% rule. 30% shouldn't come from any one leg. So you can't do 100% in one leg. It has to be a combination of both legs. And again, we'll help you and coach you through that. There's a report in the back office which actually helps you with that as well. So it will tell you where that volume is placed. And it's, as I say, personal group volume mustn't be blocked volume, which makes, what that means is if you're working towards a Pearl, working towards Sapphire, then you need to actually, if you've hit another Sapphire, or you've become a Sapphire, sorry, if you become a Pearl and another person comes a Pearl, that will block your volume underneath. So again, we can coach you if you need to know about that as well. How do you refine your reports? So if you go into your distributor reports in your back office, you'll see them. It's in reports, so just click onto reports, distributor reports, and then it will actually give you the different reports that are available for you. Now this one is the December one, so ignore that, but it will have the January, February one there in the back office. And you just click on that, and then it will give you all the different details that you need to know. It'll tell you how much volume you've got going at the moment, etc., etc. It'll tell you all the people who've been part of that volume too. So that's what's happening. If you get to Rome, which is what we're hoping, lots of people, we know quite a few people who are coming with us, which is great. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. But more importantly, if you achieve your rank advancement by the 29th, you'll be walking across a stage in Rome with a big check. So we're looking forward to seeing that happening as well. Okay, following up, it's so important. Your calls, your meetings. Meetings are really important too, because if you've been making enough calls to create the meetings that you make, you then ask people to come to an event near you, or if you haven't got an event near you, get them onto a webinar. You need to constantly go back Following up is definitely the key to success. They always say that the fortune is in the follow-up. People who've said no to the business may say yes to the product. People who said yes to the product and the business, or the business, then you've just got to work with them to make it happen. You need to work with your team as well. So making sure that your team are aware of all the promotions that are going on. If there's an event near you, club together and get in the car together, so you save petrol or whatever. Petrol in the UK is expensive. So it's great that you can actually kind of join forces and actually all come together. And it creates a great synergy amongst the team. Write it down what you want to happen, because if you don't write down your plan of action, how are you going to know where you're going? And you need to, it says follow up yourself. You need to check up yourself. You need to make sure that you're doing all the things that are necessary to be done. And if that happens and all those things happen, miracles do happen. Are you persistent enough? Caring about, I love this little thing, care about what other people think and you'll always be their prisoner. Well, that's an interesting concept. But be persistent. Don't let someone tell you that either you're not good enough or you're never going to make anything of yourself. You can do this. And, seeing people achieve something that they probably didn't think that they were ever going to achieve is just mind-blowing. It's great to see that happen. Working with your team, I like this one. I'm not bossy, I have skills, leadership skills. There's going to be a woman who's planning on going places. You need to kind of listen to people and hear what they're saying. Working with your team, you'll understand that. Don't do it for them, but show them how that they can do it, but do it together. If you do it together, then you will start to create the leadership within your own team. And recognizing leaders, recognizing people who actually are doing the things that it takes, doing the things that it takes to become successful. So it's working with those people. Don't waste your time on people who are negative, who are constantly putting themselves down and the business down. Just don't do it. Just don't waste the time. Just love them dearly and just let them go their own way, because you need to work with the right people. You need to start walking the walk and talking the talk. And it's one of those things that I found difficult to do myself, was because I want everyone to succeed, but you can't make everyone succeed. But they have to rise to, a bit like cream, it has to rise to the surface. So no, it's not going forward. So I always think this is a great one. If you ask yourself, if my team would do what I've done today, would my team be successful? Because sometimes, we can all think ourselves busy, but in fact we've not. We've been, maybe answering emails, but not doing the activity that promotes, volume, talking to people in a way that actually they're presenting the business to people. So all those things are so, so important. And coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Those are great words by Henry Ford, absolutely great words. So again, it's wanting people to understand that, that was the end slide. So wanting people to understand that, it creates, the team that you create is really powerful, and it's wanting you to get the best out of your business. And I'm just going to come back to not sharing my screen. So we're just about 35 minutes as usual. So we hope that you've enjoyed this webinar, and we'll be sending out the replay link for you as well. So if you have people who haven't managed to get on tonight, then you can let them have that. So thank you again. Thank you once again, Marie, for your insight on what's was there. It's great hearing from you.
You're welcome, Sue. But I was just actually checking the sides panel. I think this is going to have to be sent out, because I think people have been having some problems viewing it again. So
really, I don't know why. the
Yes.
replay should be fine, hopefully. So
yes, I'm sure. So just send that over to them, obviously. But I think they're having problems. Tom's put, I'm not seeing anything, and Giuseppe's put, is the webinar going to start? Bless him.
I don't understand why it's going on. Okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
sweetheart.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, you take care. Thank you very much.
All right.
Good night, all. Have a good evening. Bye.